Under normal circumstances, this would be a crime. But for scientists in St. Thomas, chiseling away at coral and removing it from the ocean is part of a frantic effort to try to slow and ultimately stop a mysterious killer that threatens to destroy reefs throughout the Caribbean.
It's killing whole reefs, and that is something we haven't seen at this level before.
Scientist Marilyn Brandt met Reuters journalists at the University of the Virgin Islands Marine Research Center before taking us on a dive of the area considered ground zero for the outbreak in St. Thomas. Dr. Brandt is on a quest to find the cause of what scientists call stony coral tissue loss disease and the reasons for its virulence.
It'll follow the prevailing currents in an area and go reef to reef and basically kill the majority of corals on the reefs. We think it may be bacterial because it does respond to antibiotics that target bacteria, but it may also have some kind of viral component or some other component.
The disease first appears as white patches.
And those patches are in fact where the tissue, the coral animal has died.
And unlike coral bleaching, once the disease strikes, the coral cannot recover. It was spotted near Miami in 2014, and in the years since, scientists say it's ravaged nearly the entire Florida reef tract in the Atlantic, attacking coral already under stress from climate change, and in turn, threatening the marine life that depend on healthy reefs. Florida scientist Karen Neely says it's a crisis of epic proportions.
This is on the level of the Amazon burning. This is on the level of a disease that's wiping out all of America's forests.
It then spread to the Caribbean, where the disease has been confirmed on reefs off Mexico, Jamaica, St. Martin, the Dominican Republic, Turks and Caicos, and Belize. In St. Thomas, the disease has spread across an estimated 19 square miles, moving faster than it did in Florida.
And so that's terrifying. And so the reason it's spreading faster may be that the reefs here have, in some cases, a higher density of corals. So just like infectious diseases like measles, they spread faster in more densely populated areas.
One working theory, the disease might be spread by ballast water. That's water either taken in or released by a ship to improve its stability and balance. And though the theory is still not proven, the U.S. Coast Guard, along with local regulators, are reminding ships to keep ballast water far away from reefs. Jean-Pierre Oriol, with the Department of Planning and Natural Resources, says losing the reefs would be catastrophic for island residents.
Our coral reefs are a very large part of our way of life here, whether it's food for sustenance, restaurants, if it's part of our tourism product, and protection for our coastlines. And so right now, given all the other impacts that coral reefs have been suffering over the last few decades, having this disease that actually makes mortality even more rapid it's even more concerning.
With so much at stake, scientists say they are desperate for more funding and a full court press to figure out the cause of this outbreak.
Or there's a potential for my kids to never see a Caribbean reef the way that I saw it when I first was inspired to become a marine biologist. It's like an army marching across the reef, and we have 4 or 5 people right now working to try to stop that army. And even though we're being savvy about it, it's going to be very difficult to stop this march of death across the reefs.